my name is Amanda Enriquez, and I am the Intercultural Program Manager here at Northwest College in Powell, Wyoming. A little bit about myself is I am actually originally from Switzerland, but I grew up in Chile. I lived there for 10 years before moving to the United States. And I was actually an international student in the US, and I actually studied here at Northwest College for 3 years before transferring to Hawaii, where I finished my undergraduate and then went on from there. So today, it's my honor to be here and to talk to you a little bit more about Northwest College. So Northwest College, I always like to start off with this image because it gives you a good idea of who we are and where we're located. So Northwest College is a 2-year community college located in Powell, Wyoming. So you have the United States here. This is the state of Wyoming. You have Montana up here, Colorado, and then Idaho and Utah. And Northwest College is located right up here in the northwestern corner, hence our name, Northwest College. Powell is a small town, so our total population is about 6,400 people. Now, you may think that that's tiny, especially depending on where you come from and where you currently are. But the great thing about that is that everything is within walking distance. You can walk from campus to the movies, to the coffee shops, to the stores within 10 minutes. You don't need a car. There's no public transportation. Everything is easily accessible. It's a wonderful community to live in. We have people here that you can walk around day and night. People don't lock their homes or their cars. It's a fairly safe community. So it's a really great place to be. The other thing is even though we're a small community, we do have an airport that is about 25 minutes away in Cody, and that does service Denver, Salt Lake City, and Chicago. And especially Denver and Salt Lake City, those are pretty good connections when you're flying in and out of Latin America, especially Argentina. One of the unique things about Northwest College is our location. So like I said, we're not located in a large city, but what we do have is an abundance of nature and wildlife. So we are actually located in the Rocky Mountains, and we're about 90 miles outside of Yellowstone National Park. So we're the college that's closest to Yellowstone National Park out of all the institutions in the United States. And what's great about that is that we are really an outdoor paradise. You can do pretty much any outdoor activities here that you have ever dreamed of. You can do things like hiking, horseback riding, kayaking, skiing. There are hot springs you can go swim in. Every other weekend, our program, we actually do trips for international students where we take you guys all over. We do horseback riding as part of our orientation. We have done zip lining as part of our orientation, water rafting. We usually go paddle boarding. We do things like skiing. So there's definitely a ton of things that you can do around here. So even though this is not a big city, there are still a ton of things that you can do. The other unique thing is our culture. So because of our location, we are pretty much located in the wild western part of the United States. So it's very common for you to see images like this. We have a rodeo team on campus. Cody is the rodeo capital of the world. We have a prominent Native American culture, and it's always very possible for students to see wildlife, not just on our campus, but definitely in our community and our surroundings. So this is definitely a pretty unique place to come and study. One of the things that I'm going to focus on today are some of the programs that we offer, in particular general studies, and then also the English. And so here are just some examples of the programs that we offer at Northwest College. So we have a total of about 45 transfer degree programs and 19 technical degree programs. The ones that you see listed here on the screen tend to be the more popular ones among our international students. For example, we have a ton of students that always study accounting or business. We have a state-of-the-art criminal justice program. We're one of the only community colleges in the United States that has a virtual simulator on campus where students actually get to go in and go through hands-on case studies in a virtual format that teaches them how to react in certain scenarios. Of course, we have outdoor education. Again, because of our location, that's a very popular program here. Photography, we have one of the best programs in the nation when it comes to photography. We have music, we have math, we have communication, and like I said, then we have general studies. General studies is probably the most popular major for international students because it is the most flexible major that you can pursue. And so especially for students who want to come to the United States, but they're not quite sure yet what they want to study, or maybe you need to work on your English, general studies is a great way to start your studies. And one of the reasons why is because in the United States, no matter what you study, if it is chemistry or art or nursing or history, you always have to take what is called the general studies requirements. And so even if you were to go to Yale, or even if you go to UCLA, your first 2 years of a university degree is always going to be your general studies, which includes classes like English, history, math, science, social studies, humanities. And so out of those categories, you can then pick which classes you want to take to fulfill those different categories. And so if you come to the United States and if you study in a place like Northwest College, and you do general studies, you really have the flexibility to pretty much pick whatever classes it is that you want to take. This is also great for students who, for example, are not quite sure yet. Like, let's say you really like engineering, but you're a great artist and you're just not quite sure yet if you want to do engineering or if you want to do art. If you start at a place like Northwest College, you can take art classes and you can take engineering classes. They all count towards your graduation, and that will give you an opportunity to maybe see what it is that you want to study in the future. One of the things that's important to note as well is community colleges, they are a 2-year institution, which means that once you come to Northwest, you would study here for 2 years, and then you would graduate with your associate's degree. And then from here, you would transfer to a 4-year university and you would study for 2 more years and then get your bachelor's degree. So again, like you could come to Northwest, you could start with general studies and then you can transfer and then you can do business or you can do chemistry. And so again, you really have that flexibility that you can work with. A fun fact is also community colleges are much, much cheaper than 4-year universities. And so a lot of times students choose to start at a community college because it gives them the opportunity to save money while they're going to school. One of the other unique things about Northwest College is that we do not require English proficiency test scores for students to apply. So you can apply and be accepted to Northwest with no TOEFL, no IELTS, and you don't have to be able to speak English. What we do instead is once a student is accepted to Northwest College, and once you are here during our orientation, you will take what is called a placement test. It's not a pass or a fail test. It's simply a test that will tell us what level of English you need to take. If you need to work on your English or your English proficiency is low, we do offer ESL classes. But what's different here is that even if you have to take ESL classes, those classes actually count towards your graduation, and you actually get credit for those classes, which means that you do not have to have a separate I-20. It's not a separate language school. It's not going to take you more time to study because these classes are incorporated into the general studies degree and the general studies requirement. I have had students that I pick up from the airport and they speak no English at all, and they can still graduate in 2 years. And so it's possible to work on your English and to work on a different program while you are here at Northwest College. The other thing that's worth noting too is that even though we are a 2-year institution, you don't have to be here for 2 years if you don't want to. We have a lot of flexibility in terms of how long you can be here. So we have students who come for a semester. Maybe you just want to learn English, or maybe you just want to do a little bit of something different. Maybe you just want to explore this area because you've never been to Yellowstone. It's possible for students to come for a semester, and then you can either transfer and go home, or you can transfer, or you can just go back to your country. You can also study here for a year, or you can stay here and study for 2 years, or you can stay here longer and pursue multiple degrees. We have had every single case scenario. And so whatever works best for you, we will work with you. When you graduate from Northwest College, you will have an accredited degree. The associate's degree is an accredited degree that should count and be valid anywhere you go. Also, if you choose to come for just a semester or for a year, whatever classes you take here at Northwest College, those classes will belong to you for the rest of your life. So even if you come to Northwest, you study for a semester, you take 15 credits worth of classes, and then go back home. If you come back 10 years later, those credits will still count and they will still be yours, and you can actually use those credits and then apply them to whatever other degree you want to pursue. The other thing I want to quickly mention is work on campus. So F1 international students are eligible to work on campus. So as a student, you would be able to work 20 hours per week on campus. And then after you have been here for a semester or for a year, you are then eligible to work off campus by doing an internship. And once you graduate, you are actually eligible to apply for a 1-year green card that allows you to work anywhere in the United States before you either go home or before you transfer to a 4-year institution. Northwest College, we also have on-campus housing. So the moment that you are accepted to Northwest College, you are also guaranteed housing on our campus. This is a great opportunity for students because A, you don't have to fight with the housing market. You don't have to worry about renting a house or finding roommates or anything like that. You are automatically guaranteed a room in one of our residence halls. This is also great because it really gives you the opportunity to experience that campus life and to be immersed in the American culture 24/7, which also helps you with the language and it helps you getting to know people. Every single residence hall that we have on campus, they have multiple programs and activities that they put on a weekly basis. There's free laundry in all of the residence halls. Every single residence hall has a shared kitchen, has a game room, TV lounge, there's study rooms, there's computer labs. Of course, there's free internet access. There's free printing all across campus. We also have RAs that are in every single hall so that if you have questions or if you need anything or if there are any concerns, then you have someone in your wing that you can go talk to. We also have a campus safety officer that watches over our entire campus and our residence halls. So again, if you need anything, if you have any questions, then you have people there that can help you. We are now also moving towards a standard double room. So what that means is from here on out, students will actually live in a large double room, which means that you do not have to have a roommate. So the cost listed on the I-20 actually includes the cost for a large double room, which some students really like to be able to have that that private space for them. And then finally, community colleges also have a much simpler admissions process. Northwest College is no different. So we do not have an application fee. We have open enrollment, which means that you can apply at any time. We will work with you pretty much until it's no longer possible for you to get a visa and come to the United States in time for our classes to start. All we require is an online application. It's a pretty simple application, a copy of your passport, and then transcripts and high school diploma, and then your financial support documents, and then a health and immunization form. We don't require any recommendation letters. We don't require any personal essays. And like I said, you don't have to pay to apply to Northwest College. And so with that, I wanted to make sure that I keep this pretty short so that I can address and answer any questions that you may have. And of course, you have my contact information on your screen. So that if you have any questions at all about anything, or even if you think of something later down the road, or if you want more information or more specific details, you are more than welcome to reach out to me directly at any time.